G'day guys, Seeney here and welcome to another episode on the Australian Wealth channel. And we're going to be talking about when this nightmare stock market is going to end. Okay, so please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people. So before we get started, it's really important to note I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I don't know when this market crash is going to end, and I don't think anyone truly does. You know, there are some signs and things that we can point to that might suggest that some of the pain is coming to an end, but the important thing is that you need to make your own decisions. So as we move through this market, we've seen that the NASDAQ and the Russell have absolutely tanked, along with some of the other indexes. Now, obviously the NASDAQ and the Russell have been hit the hardest because they're the ones with the high valuation tech stocks. And of course, as we've seen throughout this entire year, basically, the NASDAQ peaked out and has just been going down ever since, down around 20% or so. So we are officially in a bear market. And it has been a little while since we've seen this as part of the indexes. And I know for a lot of people, it can be incredibly frustrating and quite an emotional time. So a lot of people might be wondering, well, you know, during this period of time, like what do I do? You know, it just feels like I'm throwing money in the fire when I'm buying the dip, because it's very true. The dip just keeps dipping. And I think most investors are very aware of this, and it's something we're going through. The most important thing is to have a look at history. So compare the drop that we have now to some of the other drops that we've seen over time. And if you scale out and you look at the chart over a very long period of time, you'll see that this is just a minor blip in the scheme of things. We've seen that over time, the stock market has continued to go up. We're seeing increased prosperity around the world. And I think that's always a safe way to bet for sure. Some of the biggest companies in the world during the tech bubble lost over 90% of their value, even more than 95%. You know, a very obvious example of this one is Amazon. During the tech bubble, it lost more than 95% of its value. And just have a look at where that stock is today. So the important thing is that you're backing great companies. You're backing those companies that are going to do really well over the long run. And this is just an opportunity to pick up cheaper shares. So while I've seen my portfolio go down an absolute ton, we can't be in an up market all the time. But what it does is it gives us an opportunity to buy some of our favorite companies at much cheaper prices. Now, some of the companies that I've been picking up on the cheap, of course, you need to do your own research, don't just buy them because I think they're good, have been Voyager Digital and Affirm especially. These are two companies where the valuations have just been crushed dramatically. And while there is a little bit of fear, uncertainty and doubt around these companies, and even knowing there's a little bit more risk in this kind of environment, the prices of these companies have just dropped to such insane levels that I'm just so happy to be buying them. Take Affirm, for example, was trading for $160 a share. It's now in the 20s, which is absolutely insane. So I've been actually loading in quite a significant position into Affirm because I believe that over the long term, the buy now, pay later landscape is going to continue to grow in the same way that credit cards have grown over time. You know, there might be some regulation around the area, which is fine. More regulation around the area is good. It just means that companies will have more of a framework to work in with their services. So this is one that I'm expecting insane upside for, and options have also priced this in because there's so much volatility in this stock. Options calls and puts are quite expensive. So I'm continuing to buy this stock at the moment. Another one is Voyager Digital. It's one that I cannot believe is trading as low as it is. So I'm happy to continue to be buying shares at this price and just dollar cost averaging, because I think that's the most important thing. A lot of people, when we see these big downward moves day after day, is that people just lose their heads. They lose their mind. But you need to look at this with a long-term vision. You know, are you cashing out tomorrow? Well, if that's the case, maybe you should be worried. But, you know, if you're in your 20s or 30s, or even your 40s or your 50s, and you're looking at cashing out 5-10 years down the track, then this doesn't really matter. This doesn't matter at all, because this is just an opportunity for us to pick up cheaper prices. You know, a lot of people like to buy when the market is going up and buying in at all-time highs, but we know that fortunes are made during these downtimes. It's when you buy that you lock in a brilliant price on a brilliant company. So the important thing is that you do your research and you have brilliant companies in your portfolio and not just speculative ones. It's very important that you're diversified, I personally believe, across a number of different sectors, because you know, you might have done all the research, but still that company doesn't quite work out. But if you're diversified amongst a few, then that spreads the risk a bit more. And it's basically a hedge against ignorance because, you know, we can't get everything right and we can't know everything in this world. So I'd be really keen to hear what you guys are doing in the stock market at the moment. I think the most important thing is just to keep your head and keep your investment strategy going. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people. If you'd like to start your investing journey, I have a link to Tiger Brokers in the description. It's a brokerage that I've just partnered with, and they are doing great things to open up the market to retail investors. You can buy, you can sell stocks, you can invest in options. There's a number of different things you can do. So if you're interested in starting your investing journey, Tiger Brokers is fantastic. And if you'd like to track your net worth, I also have a link to WeMoney in the description. It's where I track my net worth over time. I can see the growth. So they'll give you $5 just for signing up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Seeney from the Australian Wealth Channel. I guess try and do your best out there and look at the long term. We'll see you later.